We'll now talk about how to create Google files. These files are files stored in Drive that are created using the Google tools. Here we're back into the folder that I created in the previous lesson, and we're going to work in this folder to create some Google files. Now, Google provides a pretty mature set of office automation tools similar to Microsoft Office. They aren't as sophisticated. They don't have a lot of the real specific unique things you might do on a spreadsheet or a Word document or even a PowerPoint presentation, but they have a pretty good quality set of tools to create those types of files. And the advantage of using the Google Docs, which is the word processor tool, Sheets, which is the spreadsheet tool, or Slides, which is the presentation tool. There are others as well. But the advantage is that it is easy to collaborate on the document without having to download and upload and manage versions. In a sense, you can create something in a similar to a Word document using the Google Docs and allow others access to it, and they can go into the same screen where you modify it and make their own changes live to the document. A good example of this would be if here in 15th District we were getting ready for a meeting, someone could put in a blank agenda out somewhere, let everyone know it's out there, and then each person could go in and modify that one document, that one file out in Drive in our shared area, and add the items that they want to talk about and any specifics. So that's an advantage in using the Google tools, because what would have to happen if we were using Microsoft Word is first we'd have to make sure everyone has Microsoft Word. That may not always be the case, and there is a cost associated with that. So, and then in addition, if someone were to put a blank agenda out, each user would have to go download it, would have to add their things and upload it back, and there could be an issue with two people doing that at the same time and creating versions on top of each other where there's information lost. So for collaboration, I really recommend for 15th District that we stay with use the Google tools unless there's some compelling reason that we can't. So getting started here, we navigate to the folder we're going to be working in. We'll be working here today, and we can either right click in a blank area and bring option up, or we've got the new button that we saw earlier to select the item that we want to create. So we're going to create a Google Doc. There's a reminder here because this folder, although we haven't talked about sharing, this folder is shared with others. So Google is reminding you that you're about to create something that others have access to that you've set up, and that's because the folder itself is shared. So in this case I say OK because that is my intention to share this with the others. And now I have a brand new tab opened up for me, which has a blank Google document. We'll have other tutorials on how to use Google Docs and Sheets and presentations, but for now I just want to talk a little bit about the basics here. So so far there is nothing new has been created on Google Drive, and we can switch back here and see that there is no Word document just yet. You got to do a couple of things to have Google Docs actually save this to your drive. The first would be to type a few characters, and we see up here it said saving, and now it says all changes saved in Drive. So keep in mind that as you're working on the Google documents, they're saved anytime there's a little break in between when you're making modifications, so every few seconds basically. If I switch back now, we're going to see a new document created by me at this time. It's called Untitled Doc or Document, and we see the name up here. We can go ahead and give this document a name by clicking up here, because the word hello was in the document. It is offering to call it hello, but I'm not going to call it that. I'm going to call it Test Doc. And as soon as I click out of the name, we'll see that all changes have been saved. And when I go back here, the document that was automatically named has been changed to the name that I selected. So the key to watch out here is to note that when you're making changes on this tab, that you see all changes have been saved in Drive, and that lets you know that it's there, it's safe, and if you were to shut down your browser right now, the information would still be there. So like I said, information about using these tools will be in some other tutorials, but for now, when you're all done working on your document, the way that you close it is just to close the new tab that was generated. So we're back here, we have our document, we have the starting of information, and you can see there's a lot of things have happened in this folder, including a couple things to the test doc, and that's basically it to get started on creating things.